What's up, raw babes? And today I'm giving you very much raw. And by the thumbnail, you already know this is going to be a raw tutorial. So let's just jump right into it. This is part 2 on how to kill a raw makeover on a dark skin girly. Now, how to tone the blonde hair for a dark skin girly and how to install it for beginner friendly subscribers. Make sure that you click the video right above this video. And let's just jump right into it. So right now I'm going in with the Hydro Boost cleansing wipes. You already know, y'all, for the raw babes who are ready, the OGs, y'all know I go in to cleanse the face. No matter what I go in, Noxzema wipes, aloe wipes, I have to go in and cleanse the skin before I begin to do any type of product applied on the face. Right now I'm going in with the dual lash glue to lay down her brow hairs. I love this method for the ones who are new to this channel. What's up? I like using good methods and long-lasting methods just to have a long-lasting base, okay? So my makeup consists of long last and matte looks. Yes, with a little bit more shimmer, but I love matte looks. I don't like my girls to look like they sweating before they even get out the chair. I'm not a dewy girl, okay? So right now I'm going in to also mattify those brow hairs with some Airspun translucent powder. I like to mattify that area for the brows. I feel like it's very easy to go in with either a pencil or a brow pen. Is very easy to go along that area when it's less oily or less slippery. So that's why I like to mattify those areas. The reason for me using the dual lash glue is just to have a long lasting eyebrow base. I like my girls to say, hey, girl, my makeup lasted all night. And girl, I kept my makeup on the next day for brunch. It is what it is. I know some girlies don't do that. But for the ones who do, baby, get your coins. Get what it's worth, okay? So right now I'm going in with my Lift and Snatch brow pen. This is by NYX, and I overlove this. This is in the shade Espresso, one of my favorite brow pens, especially for the dark skin girlies. And it's very easy, as you guys can see, to just form your brow. Right now, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Concealer in the shade Coca. And on top of that, I'll be going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Concealer in the shade Truffle. So I use 2 different shades. The first shade to define the under arch will be at least 2 shades lighter than your original skin tone, just so that arch can pop and be defined. And for the top of the brow, just to avoid any halo eyebrow, that's why we have to go in with a foundation or a concealer shade that's almost similar to her exact skin tone. After you blend that concealer to the lid, make sure it's time to set the lid. You'll be going in with your Airspun translucent powder, also just to mattify and set those areas. It's time to get ready to set that base for the eyes, to get ready for your eyeshadows. So these are the concealers that we use today for the eyebrows. Make sure you guys screenshot. And now it's time to get that skin right. We're going in with the Power Grip e.l.f. primer, which is one of my favorite primers. Remember that the Hydro Boost cleansing wipes also hydrated her skin. I did not want her to be too hydrated. And yes, that's the thing. I did not want her to be too hydrated because also she is an oily skin girly. So right now I'm going in with that darkest bronzer shade from the Morphe 8D palette, the darkest shade. Now when it comes to dark skin girlies, all your shades for every single step should stay in the darkest, okay? A lot of people have struggles with doing dark skin girlies. I am one of the ones from Miami, Florida, okay? 305, city girl, okay? And I am one of the ones who are known for mastering dark skin girlies. Like again, I said in the last video with the hair tutorial that my sister was a dark skin. So she was the first face I touched. in the aspect of skin tone, and that's why I began to master that. So the first skin tone that I began to go in with was my mastery, and when it came to the rest of the skin tones, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get along on y'all. It's gonna take me a little longer. But the dark skin girlies, I felt like I wasn't seeing a lot of dark skin girls being shown on makeup pages or hair pages, and I felt like I wanted to be different. And also, I love dark skin, so one thing about me, I wanted my girlies to pop out, and I wanted to show how other girls can be less insecure and how they can be more confident to say, hey, I can do that too, okay? So one thing about it, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show out for my girlies. No matter what skin tone, what race, I do my big one. So right now I'm going in to install her foundation shade on her face. And this is in the shade Molly from the NARS. I'll make sure that I think it's from the matte wear, the matte foundation NARS. I'll make sure I put it down in the description box below just to be sure with you guys. But this match her exact skin tone. This is the darkest shade. And baby, the skin was skinning, okay? So right now we going in with concealer. This is my format for my concealer. I like to keep the highlighted areas very warm tone, very bright. So I'm going in with L'Oreal Infallible Wear Concealer. We're going in with the shade Coca and also the shade Honey. I always want to have a bright under eye. And yes, dark skins can have bright under eyes, okay? Do not limit the features you want to have for a specific skin tone. The same way you do your light skin girls, do your dark skin girls. But the thing is with dark skin girls is you have to continue to go on with a little bit more product than how you will do with a light skin girl. You want that hue, you want that color to pop, you want to snatch. So the thing is with dark skin girls, you want them to pop up, okay? You want that contour, that concealer, you want it all to pop up. Yes, dark skins can have a bright under eye. Nobody said they couldn't, but I want to let the girls know they can, okay? So I'm going in with that full coverage concealer, and this is the format where I like to highlight the face. And also, I'm going in with the flat brush. Y'all won't believe this flat brush is from the hair store. Y'all stop sleeping on these hair stores. They A1. Stop sleeping on them because they do their big one, okay? Amen, amen. For contour, we'll be going in with the contour stick from Fenty. This is in the shade Caviar. And also, we'll be going in with the e.l.f. Creamy Blush. One of my favorite liquid blush right now at the moment is by the e.l.f. This is in the shade Hot Pink. And I'll make sure that I show you guys the products. But yes, right now we're just showing the format. And I want you guys to screenshot this format just so you guys can memorize it and study it when it's time for you to do your dark skin girlies. To know like, okay, Lachey did this way and Lachey did this that way. If you want to perfect your dark skin girlies, you have to be open to criticism. You have to be open to saying, oh yeah, I messed up on this part. It's okay. You have to know your wrongs just to correct it and make it your rights. So in order to be a perfectionist, to do any type of skin tones, it doesn't matter what type of person you are, you're going to have that client where they're dark. You're going to have that client where they're very light. You're going to have a client where she come in looking orange. Baby, whatever skin tone it is, you have to know how to master it. Now it's time to set the face. We're going with the Make It Last 16-Hour Wear from Milani. I love to spray the mist when I am blending. Remember to spray throughout your process. I swear you'll get the best skin-like finish. So that's what I like to do. And right now I'm just blending everything area by area. Very self-explanatory. But one thing I can say is stay in place. Throughout your process, make sure that you go back in with your foundation brush just because it has a little bit more product, and you also want to have a full coverage base. Not only that, you want to blend out the edges that are a little bit too harsh, even when it comes to concealer or even the contour. You want everything to blend seamlessly together. And again, my girls can have a bright under eye, bright features, and full coverage. Amen. So we go in there with the NARS Long Wear Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Caramel. And I wanted to bring a little bit more oomph to this look. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going in with the puff pad. You guys can get this from TikTok, Amazon. They're very cheap, okay? For this year, I just been in the mood of just trying new things because I do 10 to 15 girls a day. It can get a little bit more tiring with me doing the same steps over and over. So I try to switch it up a little bit. So I like using the puff pad. I feel like it doesn't pick up as much product as a brush and a beauty blender would. So I just love to keep those areas full coverage with my little puff pad. Now this is one of my favorite parts. Now it's time to set. If only you guys knew, I wish that my girls can just get up out the chair and walk away like this, because once you put down the base and it comes together, it looks so good, y'all. So right now I'm just setting those bright areas and also setting the remaining of her face, and then we'll begin to bring some color back into her features. So we're going in with the Morphe 8D palette. I'm going in with the darkest bronzer shade in that palette that we use for her eyelids. I feel like the darkest shades bring so much contrast when it comes to the dark skin girlies. Okay, so just try to play around. And like I said, when it comes to the dark skin girls, you have to go in with more product just so the color can show. You have to make that contour show, make that blush show. So the main thing is go a little bit more heavy handed so you can see their contour and snatch up their features a little bit more. So right now I'm just snatching up her nose, and I will be going in with that bronzer shade as well, and I'll try to blend it towards her eyebrows and her lid area space. I feel like it's very good to snatch it up, and I really want you guys to try this technique. You guys will love it for your girlies. And also, when you do try some of these looks that I do on my YouTube, please tag me on all platforms at Lashay's Glams, on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I love to see the inspired looks by you guys. I love to give advice. And I just love for the girls to just show me how they just in their bag and doing a big one. So yes, I love some blush. Y'all know Lashay. I do my big one with blush. If you're gonna use blush, baby, make it show. Okay. If you're gonna spend $100 on makeup, baby, do your big one. Make everything show. So right now it's time to snatch the features. I'm going in to snatch her nose just so I can get that Michael Jackson nose. And I'm also going to snatch the side of her cheekbones just because I want her to be suffocated, okay? I want them cheekbones to be so sharp. So right now that's what I'm doing. And she has the features for it. So I wanted everything to pop. So now I'm going in with this matte white shade. This is an eyeshadow, and I'm going in with it in the corner of her eye. I changed the settings of the video just because I wanted you to see the real skin tone when we dim some of the lights. So right now I'm going in with this matte white. I wanted it to pop a little bit more. I didn't want to be too soft. Y'all always say, let's show you always doing naked glams and something easy. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all how to amp it up a notch. So in the corner of her almond shaped eyes, I'm going in with that matte shadow just in the corner, and I'm just patting that. If you guys see the video vibrating, that's because we're right next to a train, okay? So that train be having the building shaking, okay? So right now I'm going with my Inglock Black Gel Liner. You guys can get it from Amazon or Sephora. And I'm going in with a very small angle brush, very small and pointy, and that will help me do my inner corner cat eye. I feel like doing a cat eye on her was very easy, and it was very beautiful because her eyes are so chunky and cute. So this was just raw. Y'all know I love my girls to look animated, so That's the big one. So the biggest key of doing an inner corner cat eye is you need the smallest brush you can think of, the smallest. I smoked out her under eye with that same darkest brown bronzer in that bronzer palette. And now it's time to finish up bringing her features to life. So I'm going in with some more of that dark brown. And I also mixed it with a little bit of black, okay? So I know this is different, but I'm very artistic. I'm not just a makeup artist, I'm also an artist. I know how to draw. I'm into colors, I'm into contrast. So if you want your client to look like a filter, baby, make her a filter, okay? So I like to mix in certain type of colors. Same thing if you go travel to a client and you misplace one of your products. How are you going to make it work? That's the main thing with being in this industry, being behind green screens, being behind celebrities, stuff like that. You have to make it work. And I've been in that line for a few years, and it's very under pressure situation. So when you are a makeup artist, you're going in levels. You're not just going to stay where you're taking a few clients. No, you want to go up to the big boys. You want to be doing celebrities. You want to be doing your first green screen. And I've been there, and I've been through ways where I say, dang, y'all, I done left this, I done left that, especially when it comes to traveling. That's why I'm not really a big person on traveling. I don't do weddings. I don't travel to clients because I feel like it's so much. It's so much. But for those who do, kudos to you guys. I love you guys so much. But yeah. And right now I'm going in to do my lip combo for dark skins. So this is a very big question for the girls to say, Lachey, I'm surprised your lips pop so good when it comes to the dark skins. So as you guys can see, I went in with a dark black lip liner from Ruby Kisses, and then I also topped it with a dark brown lip liner just so it can get that contrast and so it can pop. And then I also set those areas of that brown with the darkest bronzer shade you can think of. You guys can get it from your True Complexions dark to deep palette if you guys have that, or you guys can get the same palette that we use for her. And then I'll just begin to set that lip liner just so I can have the darkest, brownest, like I really wanted that coffee brown. I don't know. I wanted it real raw and popping. And then in the center of her lips, I went in with a matte. This was in the shade Virgin from Morphe. This is a matte nude. And then I popped on some white concealer in the middle just because I wanted that nude to pop. And I popped on some Broadway hair store gloss. This is only $3. Go get your hair store gloss. And that lip combo was that. I really want you guys to try that lip combo because y'all just always ask Lachey, how does it pop for the dark skin girlies? And I just showed you. Contrast is everything with dark skin girls. So these are the two shades of setting powders that we use. This is Coffee Cake and Cinnamon Bun from Huda Beauty. And she was feeling herself, y'all. We also went in with the pressed powders from MAC Studio Fix and the shade NW50 and NW58. So the brighter setting powders or the brighter pressed powder is supposed to go for the bright areas. The darker setting powders or the darker pressed powders supposed to go for the remaining of the face just to bring everything together. So remember when you guys heard me say black, you guys got scared. But like I said, contrast. Not only that, it will make her features pop. And like I said, I'm an artist. So imagine that you're doing a painting. So when you guys look at my girls, it will give you the animation of, yo, Lachey is painting. She's really an artist. And yes, you will not go on with doing black on other skin tones or nothing like that. But I do like to mix it in, and nothing is wrong with it. But I really want you guys to try that technique because that's one of my little teas, okay? So I wanted to bring this look a little bit more exotic. I'm going with some some dual lash glue for her bottom lash line, and I would just pop on some bottom lashes just because I wanted it to give. Also, the top lashes she has on as well, they look like minks, but y'all, those are scripts. I just stacked them. Start to stack your minks, okay? I'm coming out with a lash line real soon, so you guys be ready for me, and I cannot wait to put y'all on. So right now I'm just trying to be careful and just pop those lashes onto that glue, and then we'll begin to set the face with my two best duos. We're going with the Morphe Mist Spray and the One Size. For the highlighter, we went in with Kiss Glow and Bronze Powder. And then we also went in with the Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. You can get the Kiss from Amazon or the hair store. I does this big one, okay? And also for a little bit more blush, a little martini, we went in with the ColourPop in the shade Papaya. And y'all, this beat came out so raw. She looks so animated and so beautiful. The transformation is crazy. If you guys love this video, make sure that you comment down below and let me know what you think. Also share it, and also let me know you're enjoying with watching it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be the first to see whenever Lachey Glams post. Welcome to the Raw Babes family. I'm welcoming all of you. This is the page where you will learn everything. I'm a real big influencer when it comes to my beginners. You guys are not alone. I love you guys so much. I'm from Miami, Florida, so whenever you come to Miami, come get this beat down to the hair and the makeup. We put out some videos just to help out the beginners, and also for the dark skin girlies, you can get whatever you want. And period, you guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and bye. Mwah.